Before you even think about applying to your next software engineering job, you have to make sure that you avoid these mistakes or you're out before you even get started.
Don't do it to me, I beg you.
I've seen this happen hundreds of times, and trust me, for most, it's an instant rejection. In the past 2 years, I've had the chance to interview hundreds of software engineers, from excellent to instantly rejected. By avoiding these mistakes, you ensure that you present yourself as an excellent candidate and improve your chances of actually getting a good offer. Mistake number 1, not clarifying the problem. It's crucial to fully understand the problem before starting to code. I've seen candidates jump straight into code with assumptions only to realize halfway through that they misunderstood the question. This usually happens because they didn't take a moment to ask clarifying questions or to even understand what the problem was about. Okay, I want you to write a function that returns the first unique character in a string. Okay, I got it. Okay, easy enough. I'll just assume the string is lowercase and there's always going to be a unique character. No need to bother the interviewer with questions. They'll think I'm super smart if I just dive in, right? Wait, I think I remember something about edge cases. Nah, I'll just code first and worry about that later. How hard can it be? If I code fast enough, maybe they won't notice I missed anything? Yeah, that's a solid plan. Yeah, I don't think this covers all the cases and actually gives an error on some of them, but thank you for trying. I mean, I think it covers most of them. Always take a moment to clarify the problem. Repeat it back to the interviewer and ask any questions or any little thing it's even unclear. Make sure that you try to flush that out. You're gonna save a lot of time and you're gonna improve your chances of success by just making sure that you fully understand, you clarify, and don't make any assumptions because what the interviewer is thinking might not be the same thing that you are thinking. Make sure that you ask your clarifying questions. Okay, awesome, but just to clarify, should I consider the string to be case sensitive? Also, if there's no unique character, should I return a specific value like -1 or just an empty string? Wow, good questions. Yes, treat it as case sensitive and return -1 if there are no unique characters. Before we move on, I wanted to let you know about the TapDevelops Code Community. This is a community that I put together to help aspiring developers prepare to ace their technical interviews. The community has hours of video content covering a range of behavioral and technical topics, as well as provides members with a chance to take mock interviews to practice their skills and receive feedback, and so much more. Many people are finding the inspiration and help that they need with the TapDevelops Code Community. And I'm so happy to announce that we're opening up a few more spots on August 23rd. So make sure to check out the description for the link to join the waitlist. There will only be 10 spots available, so don't miss out on the opportunity to join. Okay, back to the content. Mistake number 2, rush into code without planning. Jumping straight into coding without planning can lead to messy, inefficient, and sometimes outright incorrect code. I've seen this over and over. Candidates get so excited to start coding that they skip the planning phase entirely. And guess what? It rarely ends well. Alright, let's just start coding. I mean, I've done something like this before, I think. Who needs a plan anyways? If I code fast enough, maybe I can finish before they realize I don't actually have a strategy. It's like coding on autopilot. Yeah, this looks great. I'll figure out the logic as I go. No problem, right? Oh no, this is getting confusing. Take a few minutes to plan out your solution. Think about edge cases and structure your code logically before you even start typing. Let me break this down. First, I'll identify the problem requirements, then I'll map out the logic as step 1, step 2, and so on. And finally, I'll think about some edge cases. Awesome, now that I have a plan, I can start coding confidently. Let's do it. Okay, mistake number 3, ignoring edge cases. One of the quickest ways to fail a coding interview is by overlooking edge cases. You might think that your solution works perfectly, but if it crashes on unexpected inputs or edge cases, it's pretty much game over. Unexpected inputs could be things like a null value, an integer with the max value it can hold, an empty array, an empty list, an empty string, and such. There you go, here's my code. It works perfectly. Did you consider an empty string or a string with all repeated characters? No. Always consider and test for edge cases as part of your solution. The easiest way to do this is by assuming that any input that they're gonna give you is crap, and you always have to validate and make sure that you are getting the right thing, and don't just assume that they're gonna do that for free. Make sure that you take care of your edge cases. Okay, let me test with an empty string, a single character, and all repeated characters. Okay, let's run this. There you go, good thing I checked. I'll add a condition to handle those cases as well. Great job considering those edge cases.
Wow! Beautiful!
Mistake number 4 is crucial. Poor communication with the interviewer. You might have the best solution in mind, but if you're not verbalizing your thought process, the interviewer has no idea what you're doing. Communication is key in a coding interview. It's not just about the code, it's about how you think through different problems. What are you thinking? Could you explain your approach? I'm just trying to figure it out. If I talk too much, they might think I'm unsure. Better to just focus and stay silent. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay. No, please. Talk as you go. This not only helps you put your thoughts into words, making it easier to implement, but it also allows for the interviewer to chime in and guide you if needed. It's in your best interest that you keep the interviewer engaged as much as possible and make a good impression. So consistently explain what you're doing and why. So my plan is to first check for null inputs, then I'll iterate through the string to find the unique character. I'm thinking of using a hash map to store a character count. Okay, now I'm iterating through the hash map to find the first character with a count of 1. Yeah, no, I actually like your approach. It seems like it's clear what you're doing, so keep going. Mistake number 5 is not testing your code thoroughly. Imagine writing what you think it's a perfect solution, only to find out after the interview that it fails on certain edge cases. This happens when you don't test your code thoroughly before calling it complete. Well done. Did you test it? No, but it should just work. Testing your code is so important. During an interview or even while working on production software, the inputs and use cases that the code is exposed to might not be the things that you're expecting to get. Always walk through your code step by step, using sample inputs to make sure that it works as expected. Actually, let me test this with a few sample inputs. I'll start with a basic case, then a more complex one, and finally an edge case. Okay, I'm gonna run these tests. Good catch. Okay, I'll fix that and then retest. All right. That's some thorough testing. Well done. Mistake number 6, overcomplicating the solution. It's tempting to try and impress the interviewer with a complex solution, but often simplicity is more appreciated. I've seen so many candidates create convoluted code when a simpler, more elegant solution would have sufficed. Here's my solution. It's pretty sophisticated. This seems overly complex for the problem at hand. Couldn't this be done more simply? Always try to start with a basic solution that works and optimize it later if time permits. Yeah, I think I'll start with a basic approach using a single loop and a hash map. It's efficient and easy to understand. Yeah, there we go. This solution is clear and effective, and if there's time, you can always optimize it further, but this works well. Before we get to the last mistake, if you have been enjoying this content, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me to make more content like this and provide a lot more value to you guys. So thank you very much. Finally, mistake number 7, not reviewing your code. I can't stress this enough. Reviewing your code before submitting it is crucial. Skipping this step can lead to easily avoidable mistakes like typos, misconditions, and so on. And a lot of the times you might not even have an autocorrect. Like, heck, I've seen some interviews where the only thing that you get is a Word document and you have to code with no autocomplete, no linting, no nothing, like no help whatsoever. So make sure that you're reviewing your code very thoroughly, step by step. I'm done, ready to submit it. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, you have a couple of typos here that's not letting it pass. Can you take another look? Yeah, I should have reviewed it first. Always allocate the last few minutes of the interview to go back through your code to make sure that it is clean, efficient, and error-free. Okay, wait, before I submit it, let me just go over line by line. Okay, oh yeah, there's a typo here. Let me just fix that. Okay, and okay, now it's ready for submission. Nice, that was actually a good catch during the review. Well done. So there you have it, 7 common mistakes that can ruin your chances during a coding interview. By avoiding these pitfalls, you'll not only present yourself as a strong candidate, but also increase your chances of actually getting that offer. Remember that these are just the basics. For more tips, mock interviews, coding challenges, and personalized feedback, join the TapDevelops Code Community. We regularly host events that help you prepare for real-world coding challenges. Don't just take my word for it. Come see the difference that it makes. Stay curious.